I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it straight with you guys. I took the meanest shit before I recorded this video. It was a good one. It was a pretty good one. Hello everybody, welcome to another GBR review. Before we start the video, I'd like to just talk about two little things. First thing, Discord, fan Discord. I made a fan Discord. I just decided to fucking do it, regardless of how many people join. Join it, link in description. Go do that. It's cool and epic. Number two, Too Many Games. I will be at Too Many Games this Friday, Saturday, Sunday from June 20-something to June 20-something. So with that out of the way, we are going to be taking a look at one of the greatest games on the Nintendo 64 and one of my personal favorites. I dropped it. Super Smash Bros. For the N64. One of the best fighting games ever made, in my opinion, and easily the best fighting game on the Nintendo 64, which isn't really hard to do considering there's like 3. Super Smash Bros. Was developed by HAL Labs and Nintendo, published in 1999, originally not supposed to be released outside of Japan until it sold incredibly well and then came out in America. And since then, I mean, Smash is everywhere you go. Everywhere you look, Super Smash Bros. If you're a Nintendo fan. Now, considering that the new Super Smash Bros. Game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, was just shown off very heavily at E3, we're going to be taking a look at where the series all started, Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. Okay, I need to stop fucking talking. I need to just make the fucking video, Dylan. Jesus Christ. Super Smash Bros. Is one of Nintendo's most successful franchises and is one of the most popular fighting game franchises in the world. Super Smash Bros. Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4 were all incredibly well received for their fun multiplayer and appeal to both the casual and hardcore crowd. Except for Brawl, that was entirely casual. No one fucking likes that game. But every franchise needs to start somewhere, and Super Smash Bros. Started here, on the Nintendo 64 in 1999. With Jesus Christ's brother-in-law Masahiro Sakurai at the helm of production, HAL Labs and Nintendo shit out one of the best party games for the Nintendo 64 and created a franchise that still stands today. Super Smash Bros. Was immensely popular, selling more than 5 million copies worldwide, which made it the 5th highest selling game on the console. The original Smash is often overlooked by the other games in the series, but is still remembered fondly by retro gamers. So enough with the backstory, let's take a look to see what Super Smash Bros. Still has to offer. Starting up the game, you're greeted with one of the greatest intros in any game ever made, which also gives you the backstory. Super Smash Bros. Is nothing more than a kid playing with his toys, which we can see in the opening. All the characters are actually dolls owned by the child. The kid does what anyone would do, pretend the characters are real, and have them beat the shit out of each other. Other than that, there's not much story to Smash 64, but you obviously don't need one, especially for a fighting game. Speaking of fighting games, the Smash series are very unconventional fighters. Smash is like a somewhat traditional fighter and Super Mario Bros. Thrown in a blender. Players can jump all around the level to evade the enemy or traverse the many obstacles found in the stages. Unlike traditional fighting games, there isn't a health bar, rather a percentage that goes up whenever you're hit. The higher your percentage, the easier it is to knock you off the stage. So the controls for Super Smash Bros. Are incredibly simple, and I don't think I need to explain it to you, but we're gonna do it anyway. So pressing up on the joystick, that lets you jump. You jump, you jump, you could do a double jump if you do it twice, or the C buttons can help you jump if you like doing that instead. Hitting the control stick at any angle and hitting A at the same time will produce a smash attack. Smash attacks deal more damage than regular attacks and are all around the best way for taking out your opponent. The B button is your special attack, and just like the smash attacks, you can press it with using any angle on the joystick in order to use a different attack. Most neutral B and down B attacks are used to deal damage, while up B attacks are usually used to recover and get back on the stage to keep you alive. Holding L or R and moving the control stick left or right will have you shield and then dodge. The Z button is used to throw and pick up your small boys and fling them. There are no combos in Smash or specific command inputs that yield different attacks, which helps separate Smash from other fighting games. If you don't know what I'm saying, there's no fucking half circle, quarter circle bullshit like in Street Fighter. At the time, Nintendo used their most recognizable characters to fill up the roster. At the start, Mario, Link, Samus, Donkey Kong, Fox, Yoshi, Pikachu, and Kirby are all playable. Later on, Captain Falcon, Luigi, Jigglypuff, and Ness can be unlocked. So a total of 12 characters playable over 9 stages, one of them unlockable. The stages are recognizable backdrops from Nintendo's other franchises, such as the Mushroom Kingdom, Hyrule Castle, Congo Jungle, and Dreamland. Each stage has its own quirks, like the R-Wings on Sector Z, or the Pokemon in Saffron City. Each stage is fun and inventive, which adds to the colorful Nintendo setting we're all familiar with. Also adding to the Nintendo spirit, the soundtrack for Smash 64 ranks up there with the system's best. Newly composed versions of classic tracks and original songs perfectly suit every menu, every stage, and every victory. In my opinion, Smash 64 has the greatest original music in the whole series. From the introduction song to the staff roll, every theme in the game is perfect. The graphics are pretty solid too, with every character being recognizable and every stage looking like it's supposed to. Yes, the game is blocky and polygonal, but that's obviously what you should expect from all Nintendo 64 games. The visuals aren't pretty by today's standards, but the visuals are accurate to the characters and their stages, and are very colorful and appealing to the eye. So enough with the presentation for now, let's talk about the game itself. Smash 64 contains 2 game modes, Classic Mode and Versus. Starting with Classic Mode, the goal is to make it through a series of levels that contain different challenges. One-on-one fights, group fights, team matches, and minigames are all present in Classic Mode. The goal is to mash your way through every level, and at the end, you'll be greeted by the series villain, Master Hand.
Yeah, fist that bitch! Fist that fucking hand, bitch! That fucking glove, bitch! Yeah, fist him! Fist him!
This is the part where you're supposed to laugh. Look, it's Glover, guys. He looks like Glover. Beat Master Hand, watch the credits and end screen, and that's Classic Mode. I would be lying to you if I said the Classic Mode was still fun after your 3rd or 4th run-through. It holds your attention for a little while and is used to unlock 3 of the 4 hidden fighters. So enough of Classic Mode, let's talk about the meat and potatoes of the Smash series, Versus Mode. Versus Mode is all about practicing alone or playing with friends. Up to 4 players can fight at once, with free-for-all and team match options available. One of the best parts about the Super Smash Bros. Series are all the items that are taken from all kinds of different Nintendo games that can be used to deal more damage to your enemy. Items like Fire Flowers and Star Rods are particularly awesome weapons, mostly because they're from Nintendo games previous, and they do a lot of damage. There's also original items such as a fucking lightsaber. Yeah, that's just a lightsaber. It's called a beam sword. It's just a lightsaber. It's all it is. Oh, and there's a fan. I'm a big fan of it. Versus Mode is easily the most popular mode from this game, and is one of the most popular multiplayer modes on the N64 in general. I would even say that Smash's multiplayer is the best on the system, better than Mario Kart 64, GoldenEye, or Mario Party. Other than that, you can mess around with the 2 mini-games while playing alone, such as break the targets and board the platforms. The goal of these games should be pretty self-explanatory. I mean, fuck, dude, look at it. What do you think you do in this fucking game? You think you play with yourself? You think you touch your penis? No, you don't touch your penis. You touch the target. You touch the platform. You touch the win. You get Luigi by beating him. Yeah, touch my penis. Super Smash Bros. Is one of the most important games on the Nintendo 64, one of the most important games in Nintendo history, one of the most important games in fighting game history, and one of the most important games of all time. Smash went from a game that originally wasn't supposed to be released outside of Japan to one of the most successful franchises in the modern gaming era. The Super Smash Bros. Series embodies the spirit of Nintendo games, as well as the quality of Nintendo games as a whole. Tight controls, great music, fun gameplay, and appealing visuals are present in Smash, and are staples of Nintendo games new and old. While Smash 64 is easily the most forgotten of the Super Smash Bros. Series, it's a great time to go back and see where the series started. Super Smash Bros. Will give you just as much entertainment as Melee or Brawl, just for a much shorter time. So that's Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64, one of my favorite games for the N64, and one of my favorite fighting games, period. Now, I think all the time, what's my favorite Smash game? And usually the first thing I think of is this one. Now, that's a little bit weird considering that Melee, Brawl, and Smash 4 are all better games, but I really love the simplicity and the soundtrack for Smash 64, as well as the graphical style. So even though it's a little bit odd, I would say Smash 64 is probably my favorite game in the series. So thank you guys so much for watching. I definitely appreciate all the love you guys are sending my way, all the video views and all the likes and all the comments. I definitely really appreciate it. And to get in better touch with me, I want you to join the fan Discord. I said it at the beginning of the video. Go in the description, join the fan Discord. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it's an even better way to get closer to me or have conversations with me or be a part of this somewhat small but still pretty awesome community. Thank you guys for watching so much. I really appreciate you, and I will see some of you in Philadelphia this Friday through Sunday, and I will see the rest of you in the next video.